Hello. I am just thinking about some of the different journals that I'm using in my studio right now, and I'm at this place where I've kind of hit a little bit of a burnout, and so whenever that happens, I tend to use a whole bunch of different journals, just so I don't get tired of working in any one style. And I do this pretty often. It is pretty common for me to have like 5 or 6 journals going at a time. But lately I haven't really been doing that. So I just started getting back into that. And I thought I'd share some of the different things that I've been working on. So, I don't know which one I should pick first. So a while back, I decided to create this travel journal. That's the style. They're called traveler's journals or traveler's notebook. And essentially you have these pamphlet type notebooks that you can slide in and out. So you can reuse the cover, you can start a new one. And I did that because I wanted to have something that I could travel with. I'm going to be doing a little bit more traveling this year. And I wanted something that I could just bring with me that had different kind of substrates. So, it has lime paper, black paper, which I like using to doodle on, craft paper, and I selected all the different notebooks myself. These are all part of the Dylusions product line, but I like that they had a blank cover that's just white, and so I could really just make it my own. So I put a stencil on there that I have in my product line that I love. That's my great aunt. She looks fabulous, so I just thought she'd be fun on the cover. Anyway, so I just wanted to have one of these kind of at the ready to just see if it triggers me to work in it more, go to it if I create a routine with it. I have calendar in there, but just kind of having fun with this idea of the traveler's notebook. So when I started this, it was kind of coming off of last year, or really this summer past, in 2023 is the first time I've been able to travel in years because my kids were old enough and the pandemic was over. And so I created a little travel journal to kind of chronicle life and just the different things that we were doing on the road. And I got a little sticker printer camera. It's called an Ivy by Canon. There's a whole bunch out there. There's the Sprocket. But I had never done scrapbooking before, anything like that. And I like this idea of just like writing and putting some photos and keeping it really like fast and loose. So anyway, this journal, I started using a lot more recently to just start chronicling some of the stuff that wasn't travel. And then I realized, I'm like, it's almost done. Why don't I continue this in more of a, like slice of life kind of way using my photos? So I created one in one of these journals that was blank, and I kind of created the backdrops for the pages. And here it's more like daily life. So I might take pictures of my artwork or my kids, nature stuff that I see that inspires me, or even like just writing about a new release and some of the new things that are coming out, because I actually got really excited. So I want to talk about that, and most of the stuff I write about would be totally boring to someone else, but it's just for me. And that's kind of the idea of this whole, idea of just like chronicling. So, I have lots of little Buddhas on my property. So I took pictures of those one day. here I'm kind of talking about the new sticker release I did with Art Foamies from our Calendar Girls stamps. Talking about tulips because I had tulips this year. And again, just kind of chronicling, you know, all the different things that are going on. We released new Calendar Girls this particular weekend. My ghost lilies were doing well, and I went to see Kung Fu Panda, you know, like, so I'm just trying to put like whatever is going on in life, putting it on the pages, and just kind of talking about it. Here I'm talking about the release of the Bird Nerd book with Collage Soup, new stickers that are coming, and just chronicling like the weekends, whatever, and just keeping them in this journal. So that's been a new routine for me and really fun. And then I also, a while back, I spoke about how much I love these journals. They don't make them anymore. I had some extra lying around because I used to buy, you know, several at a time. But they're the Dina Wakley journals. And so I had made a cover, and I wanted to just kind of have a journal where I could get back into doing mixed media stuff, which I hadn't been doing for a long time. And so here again, it's not really good spreads or anything like that, but it's just getting back into the practice of doing mixed media and experimenting with textures and text and photos and fabric and sprays and stencils and all kinds of goodies. So that's what I've been doing in this journal. And the fun thing is I kind of have this unspoken rule to myself where I'm only taking like 5 or 10 minutes to make these spreads so that I'm not putting too much thought in it. I'm just experimenting and kind of playing around. Some things are things that I've had lying around that I don't have a home for, so those are good to put in here too. But again, just kind of getting loose and playing with all these elements that I haven't played with for a while. So it's been really fun, getting back in here. And it's nice, like doing, you know, some days I'll do like 4 or 5 quick spreads. And you know, they don't have to have a lot on there. It's just like really fun to kind of get exploring with them and playing around. So that's what I've been doing in this journal. So I hope to kind of continue doing that. It's a little bit more of a new routine. And then I've been working in, for those of you who know me, know I have a journal class called Journal Into Your Art over on the Willow Wanders platform. And those journals I use all the time. So that is part of my daily practice. These are prototypes for a new class that's coming. That's super, super exciting. So I've been filling these up too. So I won't get too far into that, but, you know, I have 3 prototypes for that class. And, I mean, you can see it's chock full of stuff. So I've been working in these journals as well, because, I like to have them be nice and full for the class. And the other thing I did start working in, I don't know if it was in this journal. I thought it was. I started going back to my large collage journal. Maybe I didn't do it in this one. I thought I did. Nope, maybe not. I have that one put away. The other journal I started on a whim, which I've never done really before, is to create a journal just based on like a color story. And so this one is a craft journal, and it's all kind of neon themed. So I love neons. They're really exciting. And so I feel like they pop a lot on the craft pages. So I've been playing in here as well. And again, it's not like really great or anything like that, but it is a place for me to explore like a certain color story, which I just think is a fun kind of idea if you're experimenting. And, you know, it's nice to create challenges for yourself as you work. And then, of course, like I think I've shared this journal quite a bit recently, but I just started getting back into collage. I used to do collage a lot more often. I did it really big. So I created this journal not too long ago, probably in December, maybe January. And so I've been working a lot in here with a lot of the collage soup artwork. I think this is a couple of videos ago. I did this from start to scratch, like from scratch. This one I just did with the Bird Nerd release. And then this one is like my last video. A couple of days ago we did this live. But again, I mean, just trying to mix it up and play with different styles to keep me going, and just kind of keep me fresh is, you know, it's a fun way to challenge yourself, and that way you're not doing the same thing every day. And I think there's so much pressure to do the same thing every day, especially if you're sharing it on social media, because it's always encouraged to have like a color story and have similar art or whatever. But I just can't work that way. I totally need to mix it up, algorithm or not. I just, I like to have a whole bunch of different ways to play and different styles. So I just thought I would share kind of where I have been using my art time, and maybe it will inspire you to try a couple of different styles daily just to keep yourself loose and your practice inspiring.